Jeez. Welcome to day 13, everyone. We're back. Another one. Day 13 of blind samples. This is Bourbinsane blind whiskey advent calendar. Every day, all December, at least up to the 24th, we're going to be trying a blind sample of whiskey. Anything open in my bar, probably up to about 200 bourbons now at this point, / whiskey, / rye, / scotches, etc., etc. And I'm going to have to be giving you the age, the proof, the distillery. I'm going to do the best I can. I'll tell you what, some of these are very, very difficult, and it's been very hard, very challenging, very frustrating if you watched yesterday's video. But that's okay. It's okay, we're having a great time. I'm loving it. I appreciate each and every one of you being here to support this series. Big undertaking filming every day, editing every day, but I'll tell you what, I'm loving it. Wouldn't change it for the world. So, if you haven't yet, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video so you can catch the question of the day, because we're going to be talking about the question of the day, which gives you an entry into a potential to win a bottle of whiskey. We don't know what it's going to be yet. I do, you don't. But regardless, make sure you do it so that you're in the giveaway, okay? Let's go into day 13. I'll tell you what, samples start stacking up and I can't remember my days. So day 13, lucky number 13. Lucky number 13. Will it be lucky or not for me? That's the real question. Oh, baby, that's a beautiful color. Beautiful color. All right. There she blows. Love it. I love that. So, don't know if you can see this. It has almost, dare I say it? This is why you shouldn't do this with blind samples. I think it has a red tinge to it. What's red tinge mean? Let me know in the comments right now. What does a red tinge to your whiskey usually mean? Wild turkey. So, immediately off the bat, I'm already talking myself into something I shouldn't. So, I think this could be wild turkey just based on the color. Also, this could also be part of the reason I should maybe get a completely dark black or blue Glen, you know, like they do for complete blind samples in the future. Maybe if we do this next year or going forward next year into the channel, I can get just a completely black Glen if we do blind tastings. You know, maybe that would help that I'm not biased by color or, you know, darkness as well, you know. But it's nice. Nice legs on the glass here. Nice color in the glass. Those of you that watch the channel, you know Wild Turkey is my favorite distillery. So let's hope this is a Wild Turkey product. We'll find out. Let's go to nose. You may be wondering why I have a, sorry, ADHD mind going again. You may be wondering why I have a tasting glass here instead of my normal Bourbinsane logo, Glen. Well, I just broke mine. It fell off my counter here, my desk, and broke. So I've got one left with the big logo on it. One. That's it. So we might be breaking these out more and more. I've got a bunch of Glens that have smaller logos, but you know, not the big logo, which I like for the camera. All right, nose. This is a good whiskey. Oh, so much oak. I mean, toasted oak, cinnamon cherry. Oh, yeah, that's good. Stings the nostrils, clears the nostrils. Proof's not kicking me in the face, but it's just classic bourbon. It's got nuttiness again, you know. And dare I say, I'm going to lean more into my Wild Turkey guess just based on the nose. As mentioned, Wild Turkey, probably the distillery I have the most experience with as far as drinking. What I've drank the most of over the years. Wild Turkey is my guess. Between the 101, the Rare Breed, the Russell's Reserve picks, it does not seem like a rye. I've got multiple Wild Turkey ryes open. I've got the Rare Breed rye, the 101 rye. I think I have a 6-year single barrel rye also. This does not seem rye though. No, it's got that Wild Turkey bourbon profile. And it's just wonderful. Just wonderful. Makes me happy. Now I'm going to look like a real idiot if this is not Wild Turkey, and this is wrong, because this could be some garbage whiskey and I'm like talking it up like I think it's Wild Turkey, so. Alright. Let's go into Palate, guys. Hope you guys are having a great December and you're ready for Christmas. Getting close. Getting close now. Cheers. Yep. I'm leaning into it. I'm leaning more into it. It's got to be Wild Turkey. It's got to be Wild Turkey. That is just so rich. It's like a cherry cinnamon ice cream is what that tastes like. It's like a creme brulee with like little shaved almonds on the top. A little drizzle of cinnamon and baking spices in there, you know? Extremely desserty. Great mouthfeel. Tons of sweetness up front. Sweetness, front of the palate. Nuttiness hits the mid palate. Nuts in the middle of the tongue. We all love it. And a nice washed over mouthfeel at the end. Yeah, that is good stuff. Whew. This better be something I like. This better not be blind tastings. Blind tastings, I've been burned every day just about, so. I don't think I've guessed a bottle right yet. Usually I'm better than that. I can at least, with what I know, I have open, but now, as I said, it's about 200 bourbons or so whiskeys. So I don't think I've guessed a bottle right yet. Distillery's even been tough to get right. It tastes like a cherry cheesecake topping, you know, with like some whipped cream or Cool Whip on top. Oh, here's a question we could use as our question of the day. There's been a big argument at work with folks. What do you guys prefer, Cool Whip or whipped cream? I never even thought about them being two separate things, but apparently there's like cult followings for one or the other. You know what? That is. It's going to be the question of the day. We're getting to it early today, but Cool Whip or whipped cream? Is there a difference? Is one better than the other? Did you grow up on one or the other? You know, my kids always liked the can. They like the can. But I've never been a big dessert person, which is very interesting because a lot of whiskey is very desserty, and I love that. So, let's go one more sip. Sometimes you take a sip, it just gives you the chills, you know. Washes through your body. That's really good, guys. Really, really good. Sorry, I think I just shook my whole camera up, but... Alright, let's go into our guesses here. That's everything you want in a bourbon right there. Everything you want in a bourbon. No astringency. Nice sweet oak. It leans towards those vanilla notes, so I think this is 8 to 10 years. Age, I'm going to go... Oh, geez. I think it's rare breed. Like, I think this is rare breed, so I'm going to go a blend, you know, of 8, 10, and 12 year. No, 10 years. We'll go the middle. 10 years. Yep. I don't know. Rare breed's proof is what? 116? So I'll say 116. I'm trying to nail this bottle. And then Distillery Wild Turkey. So we're going with... That's what we're going with. Come on, baby. Be there. Be there. Be the one. Be the one. Come on. Come on. Show me. Oh, I was so close. Russell's Reserve, single barrel. Let me go get it. All right, here we go. I couldn't find my open one. It's somewhere back there, but this is the answer. Show me what it was. It says CNA, so Camp Nelson A pick. So this was a Camp Nelson A. This bottle I have here is a Camp Nelson F, so CNF. But my favorites, I should have known this, is like not only the distillery I've had the most experience with, probably the bourbon I've had the most experience with ever is this. You know, but there's a bunch of different ones, and as I've always said, these picks have the biggest variety out of any store pick on the market. One pick might taste nothing like another Russell's Reserve pick. So that was a tough one. That was tough. The Camp Nelson A is really good, though. I know for a fact that's an 8-year pick, because all three I got from Meyer, actually, at the same time, were 8 years, all of them. So I said, what, 10? Because I thought it was rare breed. I was hedging my bets on rare breed. So 8 years, proof is 110. I said 116. I got the distillery right, so I was that close. That close. That's all right, though. That's all right. Either way, I can't complain. If I'm sipping a Russell's Reserve pick or I'm sipping rare breed, I'm having a good night. That's for sure. So, man, there's always day 14, right, guys? There's always day 14. If you're still here, we already did our question of the day. But I'll tell you what. we'll see how many of you actually watch the whole video. We're going to do a bonus question of the day. So the first question was, do you prefer Cool Whip or whipped cream? You know, out of the can or whatever. You know, do you have a preference on that? And you're going to get a point. You're going to get an entry into the giveaway if you answer that question. The next question is going to be, if you are a bourbon drinker, seasoned bourbon drinker, do you prefer Rare Breed or Russell's Reserve picks? What's your go-to between that if you are a fan of that? If you've never had either, that's fine. Just put that in the comments. You're still going to get points. You're still going to get an entry into the giveaway. So if you were around to this point, congratulations. You just got 2 entries today because this is one of my favorite bourbons, if not my favorite bourbon on the market. So thank you guys so much for being here. Hanging out with me on day 13 was a lot of fun. If you're liking the series, please let me know. You know, let me know down in the comments. Give me some feedback. Tell me what you want to see instead. Next year, I've got a lot of things planned already for 2026. And I'd like to also do a Whiskey of the Year Awards. So I've got multiple things I've tried this year, bottles I've gotten, and excited to, I guess, rank them or say whether they're good or bad. You've already seen a couple maybe pop up already. So, but either way, had a great time in the series. Stick around. I'll see you tomorrow for day 14. That means we're through 2 weeks after tomorrow. I can't even believe that. So you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you soon. Stay insane.